my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos, specifically lyric reactions and breakdowns. And this music video has like taken the internet by storm. I'm seeing them everywhere all of a sudden. All my recommendeds is different shows and performances of Sugar Rush Ride by Tomorrow by Together. I've avoided watching the music video because I want to do it here, and I have been sick. So it took me a little bit to get to it. I'd have posted it last week if I were feeling better when it came out, but I'm getting to it now as soon as I possibly could. So Sugar Rush Ride, honestly, I'm just seeing all kinds of things where like this album is just like taking off like a rocket. So I'm expecting very good things. The things I know so far from like the teasers and things is that we've got kind of a almost like a forbidden fruit kind of vibe going on. We've got a very like Lost Boys kind of vibe, some kind of Peter Pan theme happening. So I'll be expecting something in that vein. But otherwise, Sugar Rush Ride, it makes me think of Watermelon Sugar High, just the title. So I don't know. Hopefully I'll just like cut that out of my expectations for sound wise, but we'll see if it's got that kind of like summery vibe. But it's a winter release, so yeah, let's just see what kind of like Lost Boys, Temptation kind of themes are going on here, because it seems like that's kind of where they're heading with this album. All right, let's just jump in. Sugar Rush Ride by Tomorrow by Together. Here we go. Oh, wait, in the background. That's a train. Why is your train washed up on the shore? It's not a boat accident. They had a train accident. Okay, so interesting. So that's part of like the dream sequence that's been sort of going on for a while then, huh? So now they've washed up on this desert island. It's probably not going to be like when Twice washed up on a desert island, I'm guessing, but we'll see. Start getting into Twice now. And they dance the night away here, but I'm thinking they're going to have a little more adventures. Okay, so we've got the train in the background. Everyone's washed up on this desert island. And that's all we know so far. Okay, that was very cute. Thoughts soon stopped breathing. So the thoughts stopped happening. The thoughts soon stopped breathing is an interesting way to think about thoughts, right? That the thoughts are something separate and alive that need breath of their own. When you get back, my determination comes instantly undone. And this is so cute. Let's actually start from there because that's adorable. Oh, ooh, okay. I stopped from the forest. Didn't they start off in a forest like well before a lot of things happened? That was like part of the I've been trying to learn a little bit, you guys. You guys were recommending I look back into their lore and like watch some videos. So they like burned down a forest early on. And that was kind of that fire theme coming back up again. This does look very similar to that forest. So we'll get back to that. Mostly the dance sequence, love it. Come a little closer. This open field is also reminding me of something. Was it Blue Hour they were in a big field like that? You whisper, swallow the sugar rush. Swallow that sweet, sweet something, huh? Feast up in the night sky. I feel like what they're doing here is most likely a play on words that probably sounds better in Korean and is hard to translate, because a lot of things where they're like making these connections, they're like disconnected. A feast up in the night sky. It's probably, there's almost a double play going on in Korean that we're missing just a little bit of. So it sounds really interesting, and I like these connecting things that are unlike. Very, very metaphorical kinds of connections here happening with like food, and also like the swallow the sugar rush. You wouldn't necessarily say swallow the sugar or you're having a sugar rush. Let's just swallow the sugar rush. It's interesting, but I wonder if we're missing something because it's not in Korean that I'm understanding it. I'm thinking in Korean, what I'm saying is I think in Korean there's probably a very clever play on words happening here. So sweet desire, and then okay, yeah. Okay, he does. He touches this little gecko and it changes color. Interesting. Getting the magic back in here again. Taking me into the dream. And then the lyre on the bedside, which could just be Peter Pan. I mean, that would be a very direct, obvious connection, right? The lyre on the bedside, Peter Pan like sneaking into the rooms, taking the lost boys away. That could be that, but it could also mean something else. The lyre on the bedside, taking me into the dream. I'm thinking this is all like directly referencing this becoming the Lost Boys, right? The song lyrics then are very much exactly that. Feast up in the night sky, like going to Neverland. You think I'm reading too hard into that? We'll see. We'll see as we get further in. We're hardly like a fourth of the way in. Maybe it'll become more clear. Okay, so either this is a Peter Pan story or we're getting stalked by a demon. It's one of the two things, right? So I can feel it, but I can't resist it. We're getting seduced here. That sweet devilish smile. Oh, and then this whole like trippy sequence here. You opened my locked door so easily. We could say literally, you snuck into my room, creepy, or you just opened my barrier, my wall, my door. You got past my own like my emotional defenses so easily, right? And oh my, I see the stars. And then the devil's, when he says that, we'll watch that part again because that was, oh, it's chilling. Here we go. Oh, did you see that? The hair staying up on the arm. I see Tomorrow by Together is in their sexy era, aren't they? No longer little boys anymore, even though they're becoming the Lost Boys. They're definitely like, gonna be a sexy song time now. This is very, like, gimme more, makes you wonder if it's really sugar they're talking about, and then come here more. Probably it's not sugar that they're talking about. Let's play more. I'm thinking desire is really the thing. It's pretty trippy, I'm just gonna say, it's pretty trippy. Did they go to these locations to film? Because some of these are absolutely stunning. Also, I'm liking the little bit of sparkles. We're getting a little bit of this almost fairy-like looks from them, right? Like the Lost Boys a little bit. You're so addictive. Did they just build a set and like green screen that background, or did they go there? Because that's stunning. Oh my gosh, my veins are full of sweets. I got a lot of sugar in them. Again, it feels like there's a lot of like sugar in songs, maybe like the 70s European or American songs that like, that's a very clear drug reference. And that's why I'm like jumping to the conclusion here. I don't think it would actually be a drug reference from them. I think it's more of sugar being like an intoxication, like the way love is intoxicating or something. It does make you wonder when they've got all of those trippy metaphors going on. And also that it seems like they're like returning to this location they were at the beginning. If I'm not totally off on that, it almost feels like we're like coming out of a dream or going into a dream, one of the two. So yeah, veins full of sweet. The forbidden lines slowly fade away, blurring the lines a little bit. Okay, so before we get back into the chorus, he says, so we got the "you're so addictive. So this day's like anemia. So like having low blood sugar, but I prefer it that way, to be a little bit dizzy. Every cell under my skin." I'm thinking this is all a metaphor for falling in love. But also, they're getting less and less clothes on as we move along. These shirts are covering less and less, I'm noticing. And becomes more sensitive. It's very sensual, isn't it? Okay, back to this gorgeous waterfall. gotta be, now they're flying up into the sky, right? It's gotta be that Peter Pan has come to like take them to Neverland, right? It's gotta be like within the storyline because they're so heavy on the storylines. This metaphor for almost like intoxication of love or intoxication of drugs seems like it's under the layers. And I know that there are some interpretations of the stories of Peter Pan and the Lost Boys where people talk about it as like dream kind of sequence or a drug kind of trip. And I don't believe that was the original intent for the story at all, but I know those interpretations are out there, so it could be tying all together like that. Okay, that I've got to see them do live where he like drags him backwards. I'd love to see how that's actually choreographed in the live version. Okay, so once again, they've all got like their thing that's going on. So Bamgyu's got the butterflies all happening around him. Taehyun is now flying. He was running, now he's flying. Subin is down in that like puddle of water. Like we've all got a thing that we're doing. Is it who's in the forest? Is it Hyunkai who is in with the trees? Like everyone's like in a certain place and they're staying in that place except for in the dance sequence parts. It seems like they've all got like an element or a power. Oh no, Hyunkai's got the gecko because he's a animal whisperer and some of these things. Okay, I'll try and pay more attention. We'll go back to that part. The psychedelic elements are very strong, but also that like really deeply sensual whole theme going on. And it's interesting. I could have sworn there was gonna be like a Peter Pan thing, but having that idea in my head of Peter Pan, where the idea is these lost boys are like, they're being stuck as children. Like they're not allowed to grow up. They're not allowed to, go through puberty basically. And yet this is very like going through all of that, like very much a growing up sequence. And so it's an interesting contrast. And I don't know if it's entirely in my head because I was expecting that or if maybe that's intentional. Like let me know what your thoughts are. Like I don't think I made up this whole idea. And also the way the lyrics are going, it seems like that Peter Pan element is there, but yeah, that like the growing up is very much like deeply embedded in the video as well. Now they're accusing this person who like snuck into their room and all of that. There's an accusation in here. So it's almost a call and response. It's almost like this Peter Pan character and them talking to each other. So you're bad, you liar. The liar who snuck into the room, I assume. What did you do to me, sugar? The sugar rush that you ingested? Gimme more. Too addicted. It's me who's bad. I know this bad desire, sugar. So I know this is not healthy for me. I know this isn't good, but I want it. I just had the flashback to like the Dance the Night Away again. I don't know why. I've recently watched it, that's why. But I was like, are they going to choose to dance the night away? But no, they've only got this one little boat. And they're walking back to it. And they've got their original outfits on again. They're not wearing their foresty outfits, which had a lot less sleeve going on. Oh, that was it. What? That was very intriguing. So this is gonna start off the whole storyline for this era for them then, huh? Even though they were trying to like, they're headed back to the boat, they looked back at the forest. They're not really trying to escape. Also, all 5 of them are not gonna fit in that little tiny rowboat. Interesting. Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to look at the live performances also because the choreography has got to be really, especially that part where he like pulled Taehyun back. I gotta see how they do that live because that's got to be pretty interesting, pretty cool. But yeah, they are really into their sexy era now, aren't they? Like, let me. It was kind of hot. It was a little psychedelic. I'm very interested. Let me know what your thoughts are. The people who like know more about the group and the lore. I have looked into it some now. They keep having these really fascinating music videos, and this one was definitely like very fascinating. I really want to know. Am I just crazy? Like, let me know. Did I make up this whole like there's gonna be like the Lost Boys theme in my head? I swear it was like more clear from some of their other videos. I don't know. Maybe I did make it up. And again, as we were going through, I felt like no, I was totally on track. But then at the very end, it was like, oh, maybe not though. But there is this like this devil, and is the devil the sugar? I don't. And let me know. I want to know all the fan theories because that was very fascinating. Yeah, like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Leave a comment down below for sure. Let me know what you think. I post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.